Thank you. Welcome. I'm Mark Morris. Thanks for clicking. Today I'm going to talk about 3 purchases I've made this October. I'm going to start out with This Is the Sea by the Waterboys. This is probably my favorite era of the Waterboys. This was released in 1985. This was the lineup then. If you ever want to hear a funny story, ask Steve from A is for Alice, B is for Bob about his encounter with Mike Scott. It's a good story. Anyway, this is one of my all-time favorite records. It is so powerful. I describe it as glorious and triumphant. It is a very emotionally charged album without being corny. That's a trick that's hard to master. But this has some of the great songs you know from the Waterboys. Don't Bang the Drum, The Hole of the Moon, Spirit, The Pan Within, then side 2, Medicine Bow, Old England, Be My Enemy, Trumpets, and This Is the Sea. A very, dare I say it, spiritual album. It's very powerful. Lots of strings and horns used in a manner that really inspires. It's just a great, powerful album. I can't say enough about it. It's one I just like to listen to. It really inspires. Even a song like Be My Enemy, which is maybe one of my favorite songs on this album, is inspiring. It's everything about this album I love. It's dynamic, and it's just a great album. I'm glad to have it in my record collection. The next album I got is one everybody knows, Van Morrison, Astral Weeks. And it too, in its own way, is a very spiritual, mystical kind of album. The way it was recorded, I don't know if I can say too much more about this album that you don't already know. The way it was recorded is now famous, that Van Morrison locked himself in a booth. The other musicians were outside. He told the musicians, he'd play through the songs and they'd say, what are we supposed to do? And he says, whatever you feel, just do what you feel. And it turned out to be a really strong album. It's mystical, it's stream of consciousness, poetic, just a beautiful album. Different in the way from the Waterboys, but they are both, I think, very spiritual albums, I guess I would say. What else can I say about this? One thing I read before I did this video was Van Morrison was part of the Bang Records, and they would not release him. Bang Records was a very tough record label to get away from. A lot of mob ties, I guess. This was the first record he did with Warner Brothers after he got out of Bang. Excellent record. I'm not telling you anything new, but I was glad to get this in my collection. I was talking with, or chatting with Vinyl Shawn recently, and I was telling him how I feel like I probably have the smallest record collection in the VC. I maybe have 600 records. I did not intend to start collecting records again. I had about 700, 800 records in the 90s, and I decided I just got tired of moving them around, so I got rid of a lot of records. I kept like 40 of them that I just couldn't part with, but most of them were gone, and I just thought CDs, that's where I was going to be at, so I bought CDs from then on. And then a couple years ago, my niece got me one of those little Crossley turntables, which it just whet my appetite. She said, you have these records, you might as well be able to play them. And then, of course, I got into the habit again, bought a better stereo system, and started buying Beatle records. I was just going to get all my Beatle records. And of course, that's not the way it goes. I ended up buying a lot of the older stuff that I used to have. And this kind of tells you where I'm at in getting my collection back together again. I was telling Shawn, I'll link to Shawn below. I really like Shawn. He has a great channel, and check him out and follow him. He's a good guy. But I was telling Shawn that I'm torn because I'm trying to collect all these old records I used to have, but I keep seeing new ones I want. And so between the two, I am putting myself in a financial bind almost monthly because I'm just obsessed with getting my old collection back, but kind of staying current with what's going on today, which is a crazy way to collect records. But I wanted to tell that story because if you ever see me showing the same records over and over again, it's because I'm still kind of limited right now. The third record is, well, let me show it to you while it's still in wrap. This is Vince Guaraldi's soundtrack to It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. So I've never bought the Christmas Vince Guaraldi soundtrack. I see it all the time in different incarnations, but I've never succumbed to it. Anyway, when I saw this, I was very tempted by it. And then Sam from Americana Sam, he showed a picture of it on Instagram. And I said to myself, I'll be damned if Sam's going to have that record and I'm not going to have it. So I ordered it. Of course, it's great. Instantly recognizable. If you remember, It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. It was a very horrifying cartoon. Horrifying, I tell you. Anyway, this is, you know, it comes on this shaped vinyl like this. It's pumpkin shaped. It's pretty cool. The one thing I do not like about this is just I think the packaging is a little crazy, but it does fold like this, and it just seems a little flimsy to me. But other than that, I love this record. I love the unmistakable Vince Guaraldi's soundtracks to the Charlie Brown specials. So that was my third record I wanted to show for October. I have some more on the way, like the maniac I am. I keep ordering when I really should be buying food and paying my mortgage and stuff. But I have some more I'll probably show before the end of the month. But before I go today, oh, this is something. For some reason, Brian from Embryonic Records, he requests that I show this record again. It's Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare. I wasn't planning on showing it, but he begged me a little bit to show this again. This is the very first record I ever bought. I think I was in 6th grade. And just really got me on the path. You know, I was into horror movies and stuff. This Alice Cooper just was right up my alley at the time. And this is Welcome to My Nightmare. This is kind of a bonus record I'm throwing in for Brian, just because, you know, he wanted me to show that. Anyway, I want to end this video. As some of you know, I'm a new grandfather. I just wanted to end this video with some pictures of my daughter and my new granddaughter, Loretta. They're calling her Lottie. I'm calling her Loretta, though, because of the Get Back song by the Beatles. So I can tell her, get back, Loretta. Get back home. Your mama's waiting for you with her high-heeled shoes and her low-neck sweater. She's gonna love me. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.